I'm Lily Gonzalez, and I would love to be part of the Credit Union Young Professionals Group at TFCU. One of the great things about the organization is that we collectively grow together. We all try to share the knowledge that we have to help one another grow in our field. We empower one another with great networking opportunities, and also we're very passionate about giving back, and I think I could contribute a lot to the organization. I have a good voice, and I think I would have great input. My definition of advocacy is being passionate about an issue or a nonprofit. Now, I know in the past we have partnered with the Children's Hospital, and I think that's wonderful. But if I were to get a position or become a leader with the CUYPs, I would try to connect with other nonprofits or see what else is out there. I think there's so many opportunities for us to learn more about our city through volunteer work, and so I would love to explore that with our CUYPs. One of the first problems that I identified when I started working at TFCU was the overwhelming amount of emails we receive on a daily basis. And as much as I love the memes, it was time for a change. And so I brought it up to my manager, I identified the problem, and I brought up a solution, the newsletter. And I think it's very important that if you're gonna complain about something or bring up a problem, try to offer a solution with it as well. And so I offered up the solution of a newsletter, and I think it has done very well. It's not the fanciest of things, but it's something clear, concise, and direct that we can communicate to our team about promotions and events that's easy to refer back to. And it was in a positive way where we didn't have to tell our team, hey guys, stop sending the reply alls. So I think there's always a way to fix something without being too negative, and I feel like this was a great way to solve the issue. How could you forget about TFCU's core values? They're on your desktop and on your mouse pad. Out of all the values, I think are reflected to the strongest. The first one being teamwork. I don't know if you all remember Delilah, but I helped her build her resume. I rewrote her entries. I not only polished it, but I designed her resume from scratch, and she was able to get a new position. So I'm very happy to hear that, and I hope she's thrilled wherever she's at. The second trait is service. People ask for my help all the time because of social media or pictures. And I think the best way to give advice is to also take it another step. So for example, Diana from HR, she asked for my help designing a graphic. And so not only did I show her, but I sat down with her for a couple of minutes and I went through Canva, and I taught her how to use the website, and I even gave her my login so she could use the premium images. And she learned from it, you know, now she's able to do it on her own. So I empowered her, and I think that's very important with the young professionals. You know, you have to empower others. Don't just step in and do it for them. Teach them to do it on their own. If you were to ask a group of people to use one word to describe me, the majority would say nice. Lily is so nice. I appreciate that. Thank you for the lovely words. But that's sometimes interpreted as weak. And I think that's the biggest misconception about me. Yes, I'm a very nice person. I am very positive and open-minded. I am the first to give a compliment, but please don't read that as a weakness. If anything, it's a strength. In college, I had to take this intensive character trait quiz that highlighted your 5 top traits. And this was the way you were paired with roommates, with study groups, the way professors would pair you. So it was a very important quiz. Later in my 20s, I was working at a church, and so I got curious and I retook it. Surprise, surprise, I still have the top 3 traits from when I was 17. They are that I'm a learner, and so that means that I have a thirst for knowledge. I'm always constantly learning new things. I'm a very curious person. I'm always reading research, and I think that's very important to any CUYP. You have to keep growing. The second one was that I'm a connector. I value connectedness. So I can identify things in other people that help me build a connection. So I can make friends really easily, and I can also help other people make that connection. So this has come really handy when I was working with students. You know, if there was a new student, I was able to match them with someone similar. This is a great value to have, especially in networking. And my third skill is communication. Surprise, that is my career, so I'm glad that that is one of my top traits. And I think sometimes people misinterpret communication as, oh, they just can talk and talk all day. And there's a lot of research to that, and I love that my other traits kind of combine with one another into my career. And I think it helps me bring up great insight and have a good voice when trying to organize events and help people grow with one another. There have been people that have taken advantage of me, that have, have toxic friendships that I've had to cut off, and I've learned to never respond to ugliness with more ugliness. So if anything, I feel that my attitude is a strength and not a weakness, and I hope people can see that, because I'm not going to stop being that person. I'm very confident in who I am, and I'm very happy that I'm like this.